But the helicopter was late, and it was a slower one and smaller one, and it nearly didn't come off because by the time she got into it, and by the time they got there, I'd seen about a dozen helicopters come over, and my heart was going like that, and sweat was pouring on me.
Prison escapee John KILLICK faces a nervous wait to find out whether he'll be extradited from Sydney to Brisbane, with a judge today reserving her decision. KILLICK served 15 years jail over a notorious helicopter escape from Silverwater Prison in 1999.
But I knew Lucy. If Lucy said she's going to do it, Lucy was going to do it. No, I didn't have any doubt she'd do it, I think it was about 4 minutes to go when she came, and I was thinking, what am I going to do if, when they start taking us back? To put it in a nutshell, I met Lucy at a party. We met up, and it took her a while to persuade her for a date, and we started meeting up, and eventually an affair began, and it was pretty intense, and we had a lot of trouble from her husband. He controlled her to a degree, and when she told me when she was pregnant, he was having all these affairs over in Russia, and he just rubbed it in her face. So we had an affair. It got quite serious. It was a pretty heavy relationship, really, and so she moved in with me, and we had a lot of trouble from him, and there were custody battles for the daughter. It got really serious in family court, and that's when he came up with the warrant. Well, once that warrant was activated, they came around and said, look, you've got to go back to jail at Queensland. You report to court in the morning, 9:30. I think they knew that I wasn't going to turn up, and so we took off, and it was just a downhill thing from there. What happened, we lost the bond on the house, we lost the furniture, lost the car, no jobs then, and you couldn't get on unemployment, weren't on the run, and so I turned to, I robbed the bank again in October 1998, and I got away with that. Did another one in January 99, and I was a criminal dinosaur. I didn't have that expertise that I had when I was younger, and I got caught. There was off-duty cop there chased me. There's dye coming out of a bag. I mean, it's just something like a comedy, and I described it pretty well in the book. It's quite dramatic, and I actually opened it up with this, and with this robbery. And so I finished the tour water. Lucy came out to see me. Said, got to get you out. And she was getting threatening phone calls. They said, no, your gangster's gone, we're going to get you, at 2 o'clock in the morning. Not him, it wasn't him doing it, he's too clever for that, but, Russian guys were ringing her up. They said, with him off the scene, you're dead, So we decided, okay, we'll get out. But it wasn't that easy because I had previous escapes on me, and I had heavy security. I'd go to court, I had special armed escort when I went to court. And I knew that we had to use lateral thinking to get out, had to come out left field, and so the only way was up. The only reason we went ahead with it because it's extraordinary. A helicopter pilot came into the jail. He'd been extradited from overseas, had 10,000 hours experience, and he was a con man. So I got him put in my cell. I was just fluked it, managed to get him into my cell. So this guy was conning me. He could get me out. He knew who I was, and he said, I can get you out when I get out. $10,000, because I told him I still had the money from the bank robbery, because he was sort of a cat and mouse. And so he was going to do it for $10,000, and I was picking his brain, learning all you could about the helicopter, about things like transponder. There's transponder, silent alarm through the authorities, and what height's got to be, a whole heap of things that I learned. So I was able to give this information to Lucy, who put it into effect because he did go for the transponder, and it would have been off, and she managed to disable the transponder and took off his headphones, and and we managed to pull it off. We got shot 3 times. The pilot told me later, he said, we're lucky, missed a certain part of the chopper to come past, would have disabled us, would have sent us down. You know, I think, so I would say, when you look at the success of it, if you call it that, you know, there were 2 reasons. One was that having that helicopter pilot in the cell, otherwise we would have been caught. And the second one was the fact that the Olympics were coming on, and you know, we were right next to the Olympic site. That's where Silverwater is, and there are a lot of scenic flights coming over, you know, tourists wanting to have a look at the site. So the prison officers became sort of blasé about, oh, there's another helicopter coming over, you know. So they didn't take any notice until it was too late. By the time they realised I was actually virtually into the chopper, you know. There was a chance, you only got out to that oval twice a week for an hour a day, and a lot of different wings go out there. So she had to know I was on that oval at that particular time, and there are a lot of reasons I may not have been. There could have been lockdowns, could have been fights that stops. You know, they just take them back inside and lock down the wing. So, you know, she had to know I was there, and so I rang her. I had arranged to get the telephone, and I rang her. She was situated near the airport, and I said, look, I'm going for a jog, and I'll call you later. Well, that was the signal, and she went ahead with it. You know, but the helicopter was late, and it was a slower one and smaller one, and it nearly didn't come off because by the time she got into it, and by the time they got there, you know, I'd seen about a dozen helicopters come over, and you know, my heart was going like that, and sweat was pouring on me, and I took Bennett out with me, the helicopter. I had him as a backup, you know, in case the helicopter landed and the pilot jumped out and ran away. I had my own helicopter pilot, you know, to go in there. And but I think it was about 4 minutes to go when she came, and I was thinking, what am I going to do if, you know, when they start taking us back? There'll be stragglers, but we've got maybe 5 minutes left in the oval. I thought, I'll fall down and pretend I'm having a heart attack or something. Because then, you know, the protocol is that they can't move you. They've got to get there. They might give you 10 minutes. And then when the chopper comes, I'll just jump up and run away. The heart attack's gone, and away we go. Yeah. Yeah, but she came, and just in time. But as I said, it was a mistake. You know, I do regret it. I regret, you know, there were a lot of victims for that. Even that, just the one crime. The family. He had a wife and 3 little daughters. You know, and they went through trauma. And you know, my family suffered. Lucy's family suffered. And you know, it's you don't know. You know what the actual impact on the real victims. But you don't know. You know, those on the periphery. How they're affected. You know.